Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Vande Gurur Mandalam. Shivoham. In the previous verse, Lord Shiva is explaining the creation of the five elements. He says that from the formless and birthless Maheshwar, Akash Tattva is formed, and from Akash Tattva, Vayu Tattva is formed. Let us understand the next verse now to understand more about the process. Vayus tejas tatascha apah tatah prithvi samudbhavah etani panchatatvani vistirnani cha panchadha. The literal meaning of this verse is that from the Vayu Tattva, the Agni Tattva is formed, and from that Jal Tattva is formed, and finally Prithvi Tattva is created. These five elements in the five-fold manner spread throughout the universe. The five elements come into existence in the following sequence. First, the Akash Tattva, then the Vayu Tattva, then Agni Tattva, then Jal Tattva, and finally Prithvi Tattva is created. The five-fold manner of Tattva is actually the process of Panchikaran. Panchikaran is the process through which gross elements come into existence. From these five elements, this visible universe, all its life forms, plants, insects, human bodies are created. So today we will understand this process of Panchikaran. But before we understand Panchikaran, it is important to understand the three gunas. Guna means property, quality or essence. There are three gunas: Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. In just one word each, we can define like Sattva guna is purity, Rajas guna is activity, and Tamas guna as inertia or heaviness. All the three gunas play an important role in the process of creation of various aspects of the Vishwa, the universe. The intrinsic or Shuddha Panch Tattva have all the three gunas present within them. These Shuddha Tattvas represent themselves as Tanmatras. These Tanmatras are the Shuddha Apanchikrit Tattvas. Now, through the process of Panchikaran, the three qualities or gunas of these tattvas come together in various combinations to create a fully functional world and also this human body. The gross body is formed from the Tamas guna. The Tamas guna of the tattva divides itself in two parts. So, we have 50% one part and 50% other part. Now, this one part remains as it is, but the other 50% divides itself in four parts. It means we have four parts, each of 12.5%. Such a division is happening simultaneously with all the five tattvas. Now, the gross form of Prithvi Tattva is formed by 50% Prithvi Tattva and 12.5% of other tattvas each, that are Jal, Agni, Vayu and Akash Tattva. In the same way, all other elements also form their gross forms. So, the interesting thing here is that the gross Prithvi Tattva that we see as solid is not just the Prithvi Tattva, but it is also carrying the properties of all the four tattvas. The properties of all the four tattvas are in a latent form, and in some cases in unmanifested forms too. In the descending order, the previous tattva will not exhibit the tanmatra of the next tattva. That means that tanmatra shall remain unmanifest there. Maybe it is still not clear to you, so I'll just explain it further. Like, see, the pure Prithvi Tattva is just Gandha Tanmatra, that is perceived as smell. Pure Prithvi Tattva cannot be seen or touched because it is only Gandha. But gross Prithvi Tattva, the solids that we see around, this mud has all the properties. It has smell, That means it has a portion of pure Prithvi Tattva. It has heat energy of its own, so it also has fire element. It has got some taste, that means it has Jal Tattva. This gross Prithvi can be seen, it means it has Roop Tanmatra of Agni. You can touch this gross Prithvi Tattva, so it has Sparsh Tanmatra of Vayu. And finally, this Prithvi Tattva also makes some sound. It means it has the Shabda Tanmatra of Akash element also. So Prithvi Tattva being the last one has all the 5 Tanmatras or Gunas of the other 4 previous Tattvas. All are manifest. Now take example of water, which is one of the gross forms of Jal Tattva. It also has all the other 4 elements within it apart from its own Tanmatra, that is Ras or taste. But in the sequence of creation, water comes before Prithvi, so the Tanmatra of Prithvi shall not be in manifest form in that. It will be there in the seed form, unmanifest, and will become available when gross Prithvi Tattva is born next. Now let's understand whether water manifests all previous Tanmatras or not. You can touch the water, it means it has Sparsh Tanmatra of Vayu Tattva. Gross water can be seen, so it means it also has Roop Tanmatra of Agni Tattva. The flowing water makes sound, thus it is exhibiting the Shabda Tanmatra of Akash Tattva. I have just given the most simple explanation of Panchikaran, as not all of you would be aware of all the properties of the 5 elements. And mostly people find it difficult to understand the presence of all the 5 elements in any gross object. But that is what I have shown you here with example. In many places you will find that Panchikaran is essentially the process of formation of our physical body, and there is no doubt about that. Our physical body or gross body is formed by the quintuplicated 5 elements. I am not taking up that whole process today, but will surely explain in some future session. That's all for today. Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. I bow down to the divine sitting in your hearts. Shivoham.